What's up, guys? This is Coach Grant with First Down Training, and today we're going to be breaking down Terrell Owens and his route running ability. I think he's obviously one of the best receivers of all time, and I think this is a great example for taller receivers to understand the importance of having crisp routes and being a good route runner at a much bigger size in the competition, okay? So, and again, guys, if you want to learn how to read coverages, learn how to recognize defenses so you can be on the same page as your quarterback, so you could get open more, you could get the ball more, know when to sit in coverages, and know how DBs are supposed to play you, check out that link in the description that says how to read defenses, get you signed up on breakdowns just like this one, but we're going to be breaking down NFL and college defenses, okay? So let's get started. So first route here we're going to be looking at is this like post and go, okay? So we're going to talk about how he commits his shoulders and how his acceleration off the break is what gets him a lot of separation. So we'll watch it full speed here. So he's fast, break to the post, 1, 2, 3. And he continues to keep his head down, getting this safety to bite in. So I know we can't see this safety, but what gets him to come downhill is he's obviously doesn't lose much speed out of this route, right? He doesn't lose any speed coming into the route break, doesn't lose any speed coming into the second part of this double move. And he's coming out for 3 steps, so left, right, left. And when he makes this break to go upfield here, you see how his shoulders are committed. He's not drifting upfield. Now, the thing that's going to get him separation, right, because he didn't look back for the ball. I think if he would have looked back for the ball a little bit, we could have gotten a little bit more separation. But again, we want to still focus on getting upfield. Sometimes sometimes looking back to the ball might not play a huge effect because, again, this DB might be looking at my hips, but it helps when you turn and commit your whole body, right? So, again, he comes off this break for 3 steps now. When he makes this break back up to the vertical portion of this route, he doesn't snap his head around right away. He obviously got that safety to bite down, but you see how he's here. He keeps his head down for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 steps, and now he's looking back for the ball because he knows this quarterback's going to put it with air and he's going to throw him open. So what he can focus on off of this double move is selling this post, making this break, and then pushing back up vertical to try to continue to get space. And you see the safety undercuts this thing. He was overcommitted because he saw Terrell go to this thing with his shoulders, committed his whole body to it. He could have sold this a little bit more with his eyes, like I was saying. But when you commit your body to a post on a double move and you keep your head down and accelerate, that's a very dangerous route. That's a hard route to cover. Okay, so let's watch this thing full speed one more time. So again, 3 hard steps to the inside. Get that shoulders, get those hips inside, and then accelerate back up to the vertical portion of this route. Great route here by Terrell Owens. Now we're going to be talking about a slant versus press here. Now this is something that bigger guys have to do when they're against press. We got to be physical, guys. We have to be physical 100% of the time. Use your size to your advantage, right? You're already got probably, unless you're skin and bones, you probably have the strength advantage when you're facing a smaller DB. So we got to make sure we use that, right? So let's watch it full speed. So he's going to come out here, 3 hard steps to the outside, get those hands off, accelerate back inside for this slant, and then I'll let the clip continue. And then you see great after the catch ability just bursting upfield, okay? So now, when he comes off here, I want you to see what's the first thing that go outside. You got his eyes going outside and then his shoulders going outside. It's called being a vertical threat, right? So what a lot of people don't understand is that this could be considered like a diamond release where you take 3 hard steps to the outside, then break it back underneath to get this DB's hips to turn, right? The mistake a lot of people make in a situation like this is their steps are real choppy. They go 1, 2, 3 and their shoulders stay square. That DB's just going to shuffle with us, right? If that DB just shuffles with us, we're not going to be able to get any separation. But if I take 3 hard steps fast, right? We want to be a vertical threat. You see how he's coming here. It's full strides. And then he plants off of that third one, and while he plants, he knows, okay, I got him to open up this gate because I'm a vertical threat. Maybe you beat him on a fade one time. Maybe your job is just to take an outside release and just run this guy off. The key to that is we got to be fast. We got to get him thinking. We got to get him to feel our speed. So now I come back. Let's say I got to run a slant. I do the exact same thing. I take 3 hard steps to the outside. I get him to turn these hips, right? And when I get him to turn those hips, I got to be physical and I got to swat this off arm because I'm trying to go inside. So I know all I got to beat is this inside arm. So right when I hit that third step, 2, 3, you see where he's attacking. Where he's swatting is that elbow, which is a point of control. Now, sometimes I like swatting the back of the shoulder, but sometimes it's kind of counterproductive because that can swing him all the way back around and he's able to make a break on this. On a diamond, I like the back of that elbow or the very back of this arm. Back of that shoulder, obviously, if it That's a major point of control, and you're for sure going to get some separation there. But when you just fight off that elbow, it's quick, and when you're aggressive, it's hard for him to recover. And yes, he's speed turning out of there, but if we accelerate out of this break, that's when we'll get the ball. So the mistake people make is they'll be here, they'll swat this DB by, they get his hips to turn and everything, right? And they're breaking back inside, but then they start cruising. They don't drive their arms out of there. They don't run out of there. They just pop their chest up. Okay, I beat him off the line. Now I'm just going to relax, and then the quarterback should get this ball to me. Then what this DB is going to do is speed turn just like how this DB did right here. And you see that's not a lot of separation, but that's enough separation. Especially when you're a bigger guy, you're going to be harder to bring down in open space. We got to make sure that anytime I get that DB to overcommit, I'm pumping my arms, I'm accelerating out because I want to make sure I keep my separation. I don't want to come off of it and lose my separation. Okay, so let's watch this thing full speed one more time. 3 hard steps to the outside. Swat his inside arm, that point of control, which is his elbow. Get his hips to turn because you're being a vertical threat, and then accelerate off the break. Let's watch it again. So 3 hard steps to the outside. 1, 2, 3. Swat him off. Accelerate back to the inside. Make a play going vertical. Just catch this ball, break a tackle, get vertical. So now we're going to be talking about this goal line fade here. So especially when you're a bigger guy, you don't need a whole ton of separation, right? So obviously I'm assuming for this corner to give up the inside as much as he did. He's obviously got help here from this linebacker to the inside. He's not too worried about him running over the middle, right? So he's going to be playing this fade. Much bigger guy, he's outside leverage. So when he's outside leverage like this, what Owens is going to be doing here is he attacks the leverage and he goes 1-2, kind of gives him this split release, right? Selling like he's going to be going inside, get this DB to sit, get him to stop his feet, and then I'm able to push up vertical back to the outside. So now, the key about this is here. When he's playing the outside, he's playing the fade, right? He's not going to give up the fade. And I'm trying to get him to bite inside so I can take an outside release, right? Because I want to take an outside release on this. Don't want to take an inside release on a goal line fade. When I give him this little hesitate split release, my upper half is got to give a little bit of a movement. You see how his movement is real quick to the inside and turn because, again, he's going to be watching these hips. So if I turn my whole body to the inside, I'm more likely to get him to stop his feet and to make a break on this thing, or at least just to hesitate, right? And if I could get him to hesitate, then I'm able to take this outside release, and I know Tony Romo is going to give me a good ball, and then I'm late with my hands. So that's the thing about in the goal line, guys. When we have a situation where we're in a one-on-one matchup, that's plenty of space for a guy like T.O. because we could just, as a quarterback, from a quarterback perspective, I'm just going to put it on you, right? If you're a bigger receiver, man, just give me a yard and I'll put it in the spot that you need it and that I need to put it in where you're going to get it, right? So bigger receivers, if I could just get a little bit of space like this in the red zone and I could take care of this DB with my hands being late, right? Everybody loves to say, oh, catch this thing out in front of you, right? At all costs, catch this thing with your hands. But in this situation right here, you want your hands to be late because imagine if he starts showing his hands and tries to catch this thing way out in front of his body. DB's playing those hands and he's knocking the ball out, but because I'm late with my hands here, DB has no time to react. I'm able to toe tap here. We'll take another look at it. Right? Where's he looking? He's looking at these hands. But if we show him late, if we just let this thing fall right in that breadbasket, he's got no chance making a play on this thing. That's a great job by T.O. here. Let's watch this thing full speed one more time. So coming out, hesitate, get that outside release, be ready for that back shoulder, and then have my hands be late. It's a great job here having awareness down in the red zone. All right, guys, I really want to thank you for watching. I really appreciate it. Please leave in the comments any questions you guys have or anybody you'd like to see me break down. I'll make sure to get back to you guys as soon as possible, and I'll see you guys next time.